Guys, this is actually not a prop. I'm genuinely thirsty, okay? Anyway, how far now? How far, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Diary of an Independent Artist and Aspiring Actress with Anita Love.
The true me, improve me, the new me.
What's been going on with you all since our last acquaintance? I am here with another episode. So proud of myself for showing up. Yes. Can you also see what I have here? Can you see what I have here, guys? Please clap for me. Clap for me, okay? I hope that this makes the difference because I just got the mic and my friend kind of like took me through the basics of it, right? But he told me to read through the booklet properly so that I know everything. But I haven't read through the booklet and I'm here recording, hoping for the best. I'm low-key like, I have to be out soon, but I wanted to record this today. So anyway, enough about the mic. I just hope that you guys can hear me well. If I'm tilting my head like this way, it's because I feel like I have to. Anyway, Sha. And if you can hear the chickens, as for that one, there's nothing I can do. But anyway, yeah, welcome back. So as you guys have already seen from the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about my latest single, my newest single, my most recent single, New Me. There's so much to say about New Me. I mean, there's a story behind every song that people write, right? But I feel like New Me has quite a bit of a backstory. And I feel like it has quite a few things that happened in the pipeline to it being released that really illustrate the things and the decisions that artists have to go through, right? So let's get it started. Guys, before you continue with the video, go and get your own beverage, okay? Don't just be sitting and watching me drink, okay? Go and get your own beverage. Peppermint tea. There are levels. And this tea is quite premium. All right, so New Me, which if you've not listened to it yet, you need to pause the video and go and listen to it very fast, okay? You can find it here on my YouTube channel. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream. It's also actually the intro song for this series, so you have no excuse. So New Me, how was New Me birthed? I really wanted to work on a song. Now, I haven't spoken about like my songwriting style or how I write my songs or how I come up with songs, but we'll get to that. As I like to say, we'll come to that another time. But anyway, New Me really was birthed from, you guys know me. As a songwriter, I like to write from my own experiences. I like to write from a very like relatable and authentic place. So everything I'm saying in New Me, like I feel that way. Like, we're not going to be saying like too much this time, okay? So writing New Me, I was in a place where I was walking through a very difficult season, right? And learning to trust God, learning to release things to Him, learning to let go and to trust God's faithfulness, His goodness, His plans for me, right? Hey! I just hit the mic, I'm so sorry. So that season birthed my previous single, which was Let Go, right? So if you listen to Let Go, you know, the lyrics talk about, I mention Romans 8 in the lyrics. I mention James, the verse from James in the lyrics about count it all joy when you go through various trials. I talk about letting go, learning to let go in that song. So I was walking through a hard season. One that was reshaping me in many ways, one that I was having to grow, I was having to process with the Lord. It was a painful season. But New Me was because I felt like, I just realized that the air conditioning is on and I don't know how that's going to affect the sound. But it's a bit warm. It's crazy because it's been a bit cold here recently because it's been raining nearly every day for the last week and a half. But as my faithful God would have it, I sat down to do this video. It's been great all morning. Sat down to do this video and I can just see the sun over there peeking through. I think I'm also starting to feel warm because of the tea actually. These are the issues. Okay, let me switch it off. Okay, so back to what I was saying about New Me. So that's the backstory behind Let Go. That was the season I was in when I recorded Let Go. I wrote and recorded Let Go. Speaking of Let Go, by the way, I wrote Let Go in May 2024 and then I recorded it March 2025, released it June 2025, just by the way. So New Me was born out of feeling like I'd walked this really difficult journey, but I felt like I was coming out so new, so changed. When we walk through difficult seasons with God, there's something that He does with us. I don't know what it is about pain. We've heard the saying that pain births purpose, right? And I just felt like so much had changed about me. I felt like I'd grown in so many ways. My perspective was different in so many ways. I get a lot of comments about things now, and which is nice to hear and I'm grateful for. But part of me is just like, you don't know where I'm coming from. You don't know where I'm coming from. This glow that you see, this joy you see, it's come from something, like it's been cultivated out of something, right? So yeah, writing New Me was just, I wanted to talk about how after enduring a difficult season or enduring a process, you can come out of that season like brand new. And when I say not brand new, I don't mean like a whole brand new, but brand new in like your thinking, like new in how your perspective of things. Obviously things don't change overnight, so no one is perfect, but I saw the growth in myself. I saw the change in myself. I saw the difference in myself. Things that I would care about and fuss about before, I didn't care about and fuss about anymore. Things, it just felt like God was just stripping. I remember one time He showed me, you know, like a clay, what do you call these people? I don't know, but someone that has like a chisel and a hammer and they're like chiseling away at whatever it is. By the time God showed me that, and I just felt like, God, you're remaking me, you're remolding me. So that's where New Me was born from that place. So even if you listen to the lyrics,
Whoever you knew back then, trust me, you don't know her anymore.
whoever you knew back then, trust me, you don't know her anymore. Because the way that I think about, like, a lot of people who knew me before I moved country, but know me, like people that I'm still close to, they will tell you that they've seen the difference. And there's a line I wrote in the song, she's got a whole new glow.
Oh, she got a whole new glow.
Because I really felt like, I kid you not, I started to look in the mirror and it felt like I was seeing a whole different person. Not a whole different person, but I just felt different. People always tell me, oh, like, what do you use for your skin? Nothing special. I'm definitely not doing no 10-step Korean skincare. Nothing magnificent. I honestly feel like it's just peace. I feel like I'm wearing peace. I feel like I'm wearing the joy of the Lord. I think I'm wearing the blessing of God. And I feel like that's what's inward and it's just radiating outward. So yeah, I tell people peace and water. Drink a lot of water and the peace of God. So anyway, that's where New Me was birthed from. That was quite a bit of a long story, but you guys are here to hear about all these kind of things, right? Anyway, so New Me was produced. I remember I spoke to the producer, my guy Timmy Trigger, in August. I went into the studio with my guy in it in September. Now, we did 2 sessions, I think, 1.5. And after the second one, technically we should have been done. The song should have then gone into post-production because I wanted to release New Me in November 2025, November last year, because it was my 7th single. The 7th of November was a Friday. You know, we all release new music on a Friday. So I just felt like, oh, that's like what I want to do. But for whatever reason, I wasn't, when I was writing the second verse, it just didn't click. So when I heard it back, even though I liked the second verse, I didn't love it. You know what I mean? I didn't love it. And I remember sending it to a few other music friends, and they too were kind of like, everyone was of mixed opinion. Some people were like, it's good to go, just push it out. Other people were like, no, it can be better. You can work on it a bit more. One particular friend whose advice really resonated with me and who I kind of went with that. You know, he's mentioned about, you know, your last single, Let Go, was really good. You haven't put enough time into promoting that song. So I would stick with Let Go, continue promoting that, and then give yourself some more time to work on New Me. Now, so this is now end of September. I'm traveling because my mum was turning 60 last year, and we were doing that whole big like family and friends trip to Dubai, which yours truly was planning. So I was really busy like planning that, and the trip was coming up, and I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm already so brain crunched planning this trip. I can't rewrite this second verse right now. Like, I can't rework it. I don't even have time to go to the studio, to get back into the studio. Whatever I do, I know it's going to be rushed. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to travel. I'm going to go to Dubai. I'm going to whatever. And then when I come back, I will pick this back up. So that's what I did. I worked on creating some more content for Let Go, which I did with my dear sister. I'll come to that. And then, yeah, I waited. I said, okay, when I get back here, I am going to revisit the song. So when I got back, this was now like end of November. We went back into the studio in early December, because when I came back, I ended up with a cold. That always happens. Every time the studio's coming up, I end up with a cold. The devil's a liar. Anyway, so went back into the studio early December. Before going back into the studio though, I gave it a few weeks and I didn't listen to the song, just so that when I came back to it, I could come back to it like a fresh mind. So when I eventually listened to it again, I knew, and I was like, okay, I want to move this and move this. So we did a few rearrangements. We added in the one of my favorite parts, the guitar solo just before the second verse. Anyway, yeah, rearranged it. Then I wrote a different second verse, went back to the studio, recorded that, also re-recorded some of the choruses because just for a different approach. And I'm glad that we did that because I think the first recording was a really soft take. Came in with a bit more vim the second time round. Guys, I'm getting hot. I want to put on the AC, but I don't know how it affects the sound situation, you know? Okay, anyway. So we re-recorded in December by the grace of God, and then it then went into post-production. Now we had to start thinking about new release dates. Or I had to start thinking about new release dates, because when I keep saying we, I. This was now early December. Of course, you can't release around Christmas. It wasn't even enough time anyway, because Christmas stuff will just swallow it. Then end of Jan, I don't know why end of Jan. Anyway, February was the option. And then, of course, it's Valentine's Day in February. So I was like, okay, I don't want it to get swallowed up by Valentine's content. So February 20th was the new release date. And I have a love for the number 20 because my birthday's on the 20th. Not February though. So yeah, so that was the new release date, February 20th, and it came out on that day. In preparation for the release of New Me, I hired my sister as a social media. Listen, get you a Gen Z social media assistant. Okay, I hired my youngest sister as like a social media assistant, and she was on break from school for 3 weeks, so she came and stayed with me for 2 days each week, and and did like helped me just with content ideas, content creation. She was amazing. Honestly, I wish I could hire her full time, but obviously she's in school, so she can't, and she's busy. If you guys know my sister, she's a superstar. She's booked and she's busy. So in that time, she did so much content work for me. We worked on different things, different ideas. Her and her friends recorded a dance for the song, which was amazing. But, guys, in this period, why a lot of this content is not out, because you haven't seen it on my Instagram, because, let me take a sip, I'm getting thirsty. This is so refreshing. Guys, my dad does this thing, like if you're on the video call with him, when he's eating something nice, he'll put the fork, he'll be like, eat, take some. So guys, please drink some. No, this tea, this is so nice. Okay, I was about to say back to the tea. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so along the lines, right, why a lot of the content didn't come out. I think early February, we start preparing for, who's the we? Early February, rehearsals begin for a play that I so gratefully played the lead in. And so rehearsals begin, I think, first or second week of February. And at one point, they then increased to be, at that point, it was just like 2 or 3 a week. Anyway, rehearsals eventually increased to every weekday. So in the midst of now preparing for this play, being at rehearsals, learning my lines, all the content, I'd finished rolling out all the Let Go content, right? All the content for my previous single. And the plan was then to start rolling out the content for New Me. But unfortunately, I got so, I was just so focused on the play. And because, you know what doesn't help me? Because I don't enjoy social media, I don't prioritize it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't make it a thing. I don't put it at the forefront of my mind. Like, if I can find a way not to do it, I'm gonna not do it. In hindsight, what I should have done was just hire someone for that period and be like, the content's already ready. Most of it anyway. Some of it needed like editing, but I can just tell you what the concept is and you can work on it, right? And then post it for me. So because of that, so much of it wasn't posted. And by the time the play was done, second or third week of March, I then went to Nigeria for almost 2 weeks. I then came back, it was Easter. I then had the flu. So all of that took us up to almost like last weeks of April, right? So here I am now. What am I going to do with all that content? But I feel like I'm still going to post it because it's still relevant. And I actually think New Me New Me could be a really great summer track. Like, the song just has a very like joyful vibe, celebratory vibe. Let's put it that way. So that is the journey of New Me. The journey began last year in August 2025. And the journey continues because New Me has such a significant meaning. And I want people to, even in the song, I wrote the line, "We never cry over this matter again. No, we're celebrating." Because I feel like when you've walked through, it is a beautiful thing to walk through a valley season and come out not broken by it. But only the hand of God could do that. And that's why, even in the song, I talk about beauty for ashes, because I feel like God has beautified me through that. And through that came New Me. So, yes, we've come to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed hearing a bit about the process of New Me. Yeah, I don't know if I really emphasized on like certain things, because even things like deciding the date, that took me a long time. Like, that stressed me out. That really stressed me out. I won't lie. Like, I was like, I want it to come out earlier, but if it comes out earlier, it's going to get swallowed by Valentine's Day. And you know, there was a bunch of other things, particularly in the process of music creation. I also have to wait on people because naturally people are busy. People are doing things, people are working, and the song goes through different stages. So after recording, it will go into post-production. And if you're making arrangements, the producer sometimes has to fix stuff. So different things. So that obviously adds to the timeline. And you have to factor in all those things before you set your release date, right? I ended up having decision fatigue at one point because talk less of the artwork. Oh, that one there. This is why people say that I'm beginning to sound Ghanaian. But as for that one, I have somewhere to be. I can't even start to go into that. Anyway, I also really want to do a live version of New Me. Like, I keep seeing it, I keep hearing it. I want to do a live version, like a live performance of New Me. So yeah, look out for that. That's in the pipeline. I've said it here, so whatever line should follow that. I've just said it. Yeah, so the stage play that I've just spoken about, I'm going to talk more about that in a subsequent episode. But that was a really exciting time. I had an amazing time playing the role of Nana in this stage play that was directed by Abina Danswa. So we'll come back to that though, guys. Okay, one thing at a time. Don't be greedy. Don't be trying to get all the gist at once. I'm just kidding. Guys, this has been a pleasure. It's been a blessing. Also, what do you guys think about my hair? Because I washed my hair by myself. Washed, conditioned, and did my hair by myself for the first time in probably 3 years. Because I took out my braids, the braids that I did in Nigeria. I had those braids for like 7 or 8 weeks. I was very worried about my edges. And when I wanted to go to the salon to get my hair treated, they said they were renovating. So I was like, I will wash this hair myself. So anyway, I digress. This thing is not a joke. To be sitting in front of a camera and be talking like this. All right. Cheers to you guys. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God keep you. God cause his face to shine upon you and give you peace. See you later, beloved.